Hello and welcome back. This is Sir Bottomus Prime, and we are going to be doing a review of Hook and Long Haul, part 3 and 4, or 3 and 4 of Devastator. And first and foremost, I found out it was easier to do a review by going robot mode, vehicle mode, and then combined mode. So that's why the format changed from the promised review of the first one. So, to get started, let's do some comparisons and then articulation, then everything else. Soundwave, Megatron, two Decepticons standing right behind. And then Optimus Prime and Grimlock. I'm gonna move some guys set away. So now let's look at we'll look at the accessories that I care about for this. We have the trailer, which is more important in vehicle mode and combined mode. You can see the little hands right there. And this little thing that combines onto this, but I'm gonna do this. We'll just leave the chest plate separate. So let's take a look at these figures' articulation first. And then we'll look at the details as well. Nice silver plate with a red visor. Arm goes 360 if unhindered by the backpack. Bicep rotation at the wheel, kind of like how Mixmaster did it. Elbow bend, that can go over 90 degrees. Wrist inwards. Same with that. Shoulder pads go up and down. Hook can go all the way around, and then it hits that right there. And then we got a full kick, ankle tilt that goes all the way in. Then we got that knee bend that doesn't go all the way. Then we can do the full splits. And that's it for Hook. And then let's look at you. He has this nice silver noggin with that nice faceplate with the red visor. His arms, full 360 if they don't pop apart. I keep this guy in combined mode most of the time. Give me a break. And he has that nice Decepticon symbol on him. Nice elbow bend. Legs can do the full splits if unhindered by the arms. Legs can kick out that far. You have to unlock his knee bend, and then you lock that back up. Ankle tilt all the way. He has a nice red on him with that green. Lots of green. An ocean of green. Well, let's get into their vehicle modes. First, we're going to start with the more... Let's start with you. We're going to move this guy to the back and start on this guy. First thing you're going to want to do, open the chest, fold in the head. As you bring up the torso, bring down the head, and boom, you got that. Then you want to fold up the heels, tab the legs together, then bring that up and bring this down, and leave it as is. Fold in the hands. Rotate in the legs. This slot will go into those tabs in the back. Then you want to lift up, have the arms so they have the ball joint up like, how do you explain this? How you had them in robot mode, you want them like that. And then you want to lift that up, tab it in, lift that up, tab it in, and boom, you have his vehicle mode. There is this little slot right there, that goes into that tab right here, this purple tab. And boom, you got his vehicle mode, which is a nice dump truck that cannot carry anything. But first things first, before we do anything, you can attach the trailer to this. There's these 2 circles on this that go into these 2 circles inside his back. You put those in the middle, squeeze it together, and boom, you have him with his trailer. We'll just plop that there for now. Now we got the hook. Hook, first thing you want to do is grab his backpack, pull it up, bring it all the way up, and then pull his arms up all the way. And leave his hands out. I always forget about that. And then bring down Devastator. Or not Devastator, his hook. Then move this to the side. Then grab the truck portions. Fold up the feet. Fold up the legs as well. And boom, you got yourself this nice hook train thingy that can do this. Extend. Ta-da! So now, let's do some comparisons. Shockwave. Silverbolt. Optimus. Sunstreaker. And I forgot that one's name. Part of Silverbolt. Or Silverbolt's combiner. And let's move these guys off. And get into combine mode. First thing we're going to do is prepare the torso part and combine the legs to it, because I said we would build up the combiner. So let's push these guys off to the side for now and focus on this bit right here. Let's move this off to the side. We don't need this. So these we use later, so put these off to the side. Then you're going to want to grab this part of the cap and bring it all the way out. Then fold it in. It'll tab in, tab slot, and then bring that in. There's another tab slot, and boom, you got that. And then you flip these up, tab them in, untab these, and bring these down. And then bring down the things again. Fold this up like this. And boom, you're done with that. Now, let's get what we did in last review. Mixmaster first. Open that up. Grab that. Slide it in. It has to be on this side, otherwise it does not work. Then we'll grab Scrapper. Open up his legs real quick. Slide, tab that in, or slide it in first. If you can get it all lined up, slide it in and then tab it in. Next, then reorient everything so it works. And we'll just leave that in the background as we do the torso. Let's make it a little bigger so I can see everything. So you can see everything, actually. I'll move these out of the way. So now, let's focus on long haul. What we want to do, unfurl them, bring these down, bring the tires and arms out. Tires and arms out. Bring this part down like this. And bring the legs so they fold like that. And you want to fold these, and these little tab bits on his legs will tab into these slots right here. And that's pretty much it that I can do without adjusting some bits at this moment. Because there is some bits that will be needing adjustments shortly. Because this has a lot of adjusting parts. So next, hook. We're going to take off the hook just for simplicity. It just makes everything a little bit easier. Next thing you want to do, lift up the thing, bring it to the middle, and wiggle him apart. That's how I like to do it. And then bring up the head and fold him in on himself. And there's that slot that goes into that tab. Fold that in. Fold this down. Fold that over. That's actually supposed to be over. Then fold up his head. Pull out the face. Fold down the head. And flip out this little bit right here. Next thing you're wanting to do, flip this part in so that tabs out, and flip this one in as well. So it's just this. Then this clip goes into that hole, and this hole goes into this clip. So this peg, this will also go in here. Then this will go here, and there should be some other things that happen, but we'll get there when we get there. Just slide that up, line that up, and there's more bits and bobs to do now. So next, we want to rotate this piece and tab it into his arm, which happens when this little slot right there, this thing right there, goes in that slot right there. And you want to have his arm folded in. Then you fold that up, and it should tab in if you did it all right. And there that one is. Then this one, same thing as before. Just gotta unfurl, rotate, and then there's this extra tab, this tab right here that goes into this slot right there where my thumb is. It's hard to see right now, but we tab that in and then tab that all in. Next, fold this out. Grab that chest plate and it will clip on to this part right here. And then these two, this slot will tap into those two pegs that become one, and boom, you got yourself an arm. Then you want to fold out this peg right here, lift this up and fold out this peg right here, and make sure everything's lined up and set up how it's supposed to be. Reattach the hook, and then this piece goes into that slot right there. Slot that all together. If you did it all right and clipped the thing all together, and boom, we got the top half of Devastator all figured out. Or not top half, the first part of Devastator all figured out, who is incredibly large. And now we'll end this review here and begin on the next part. See you next time. Until then, bye.